episode 17. Happy Friday, C Peasy.
I'm tired.
You tired?
I'm tired.
It's been a long week.
It's been a long week.
It's been a long week.
Bitch is tired.
Yes, but we made it to Friday. It's Friday, and I'm ready to sing. Pick up my girls and hit the song tonight. Oh, it's alright. Okay, so I had to say that. Drop that low. She sleep. She done went night-night. She done went night-night.
Wait down there.
She done went night-night. She said this week has just took a lot out of her.
Already.
Most of the time it's Keisha, where work is whooping Keisha's ass. Now it is putting a lashing on you. A lashing on you. 12 years a slave in this bitch.
Lord have mercy.
But yes, happy Friday. So I guess your week was good. You're tired.
Yeah.
How was your week?
It was good. It
was
wasn't
good.
too bad. Not too bad.
Okay.
It wasn't bad this week.
Wasn't bad this week.
I'm about to do it.
Put that juju shit on my ass.
I was out of the office for 2 days for a training class, so that was
Okay, so you got out that building.
I was out of there, so that kind of helped. But,
Okay.
Pretty good. How about you?
My week was good. I had a good week. It went smooth. I can't complain. I can't complain at all. I'm here with y'all and everything's good.
The weekend?
Absolutely. I hope you guys had a good week. I hope you and your families are doing well. Shout out to all of our viewers who stay watching us on a regular. And hello to the new ones.
Support.
Yes, if you're just tuning in to our show, this is episode 17. Go back and watch them all on YouTube at Sistas with T. Check it out. And don't forget to subscribe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But in the meantime, in between time, since my sister is tired, we're going to kind of wrap it up a bit, but we do.
No, we ain't got to wrap it up.
We ain't going to hold them too long. We don't want her to fall asleep on the show.
I know. What they call that?
What's that?
Narcolepsy.
Yeah.
Just sit here like,
damn.
just go.
Right.
Y'all just tap a bitch.
Leave this in your throat.
Well, maybe this subject will wake you up a bit, because we about to talk about, have you ever faked an orgasm? I mean, sex should definitely wake her up. You know? I don't know. She might be asleep during sex too.
It's been a minute, so I probably did.
You have dudes in your inbox like, I can fix that.
Right.
You know, the messenger man.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
The messenger man.
I ain't doing that until I get married.
Yeah, but okay.
A lot of choking going on.
Yeah, okay.
I love you, sister, but I can't.
Well, we know you.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm sorry. That was my mean girl. That was a mean girl. Let me be quiet. Before I get canceled.
Don't let
suspended.
Don't let Kitty come for your ass. Her down there.
Her down there.
Come on.
Swing on that hoe. Okay, so listen. That's my dance too. I've been practicing it. I look stupid as shit doing it, but hey. So again, what's up, y'all? We about to jump into things. I do want to know: have you ever faked an orgasm? It could be with your ex, a jump off, with who you're with now. Don't tell too much, because you probably might get mad. Right. But
Well, I absolutely have.
Okay.
Yeah, I absolutely have. A couple of times,
Mm-hmm.
maybe more than a couple of times,
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, when you're married anyway, y'all know, been married. When you're married anyway, you don't always, what I'm saying, want it, but you have to make him feel like, you don't want to dummy him down, make him feel like it wouldn't, but shit, sometimes they should be tired.
So on a day like this, like you say, you're tired.
Yeah, they like
today,
this, if I were married, he just had to have it when I go home. I'm like,
You hold his leg up, bro, cause
I'm just like,
I ain't about to
you
no help.
You might have to get this lazy fuck my first job. Now I'm here recording, and now you want some coaching?
Right.
And he better get it.
I mean, you know, when we're married, I ain't married.
Oh yeah.
So the boyfriend got put out of luck.
Boyfriend, he might just be in trouble. Yeah, you know. I mean, we ain't saying no vows. I don't owe you nothing.
Wow. Wait a minute. She has, since our last episode, she has become a straight up sister in Christ. I mean, she's become a nun.
You know, that's funny you say
Yeah.
that. You know, I was searching through trying to watch, you know, some church stuff
Yeah.
this past Sunday. You know,
That's
so,
good. That's good. And whatever way he can touch you.
Yeah.
You know, that's good. You know, I support you on any and everything.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. So if it's not giving up the cooch, then I'm with you. You know, keep it nice and fresh. You know, till that right man comes along.
Right. You know,
Then he can touch you down there.
down there. Yeah.
So yours was just like tired and all of that.
And it has been some times where I didn't want to.
Yeah.
You know, and you still kind of gotta, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, you know. I've even probably done it with a jump off, you know, just like, golly, like, you know, okay, let's hurry up and speed this up. Let me act like it, you know,
Right.
so I can go on by my business.
Or you're just not getting me there. Like it's something like you, all this moving and everything, we're just not vibing.
Right.
And it just hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so everybody's saying I've always had one every single time. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
That's definitely a lie.
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
So
Definitely a lie.
okay, so yours was that. Okay, what about you, Sugar Pie?
I feel like it's the chemistry. I agree completely with Carla with, you know, sometimes you're tired and you know you just might not feel like going that full route. You know what I mean?
Right,
so it's like let's get in right quick and go to sleep or whatever. But I think chemistry, you know, sexual attraction, all that plays a major part.
Absolutely.
You know, so you know, if you got a vibe on or you know what I'm saying, or if you got a partner who is into pleasing you, then you know what I mean, touching, feeling, all that good stuff, then it comes with it.
Right.
But granted, is it absolutely necessary to have an orgasm every time? No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think it depends on your mate as well. You got some mates who ain't gonna stop until they get you there every time. So those mates I can appreciate.
Shout out to y'all.
Exactly. And for knowing your partner and what they like and how to get them there. But faking it, I wouldn't necessarily say I faked it.
Yeah.
I just, if I didn't get there, I didn't get there.
Okay.
So what did you do when you didn't get there though?
I mean, well, as long exactly, because coming and orgasm and having an orgasm is two different things.
Right.
So there have been times I'm coming, you know what I'm saying,
but
I may not orgasm. You know what I'm saying. So as long as at least I come, then I'm fine.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, and then those make love sessions, you know what I'm saying, so to speak, then I know he got me. You know what I mean? He gonna make it his business or whatever. But you know,
so as long as you come, you're fine.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, an orgasm doesn't have to be mandatory.
Right. I've not known that I came before, and then realized it like after the fact. Yeah.
So I guess maybe you're soft cover if that's a thing.
I guess. I mean, I've known that I've came before too, but I've also after the fact like, oh shit, okay, I did, bitch, you did. I have, you know, but you know, and I asked my doctor about that years ago, and that was literally the first time I found out. And it was probably you talking about 15, 20 years ago, actually. Yeah. But first time I found out that every woman does not even have. It's women that has never had an orgasm.
Yeah, and
I didn't know
some
that.
women don't have them. I had a friend who didn't have it during intercourse. Like
some women
but
can't do
if he went down on her, she would have it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Each and every time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know a few women who experienced that, and then once they learned to to do it with penetration.
Yeah.
Then they was a whole different monster.
Yeah.
You know, so I think again, I think it's knowing your partner.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all motion. You know what I'm saying? Together. Yeah. And you can get there. I know one chick, she'd say that she could only climax if she was on top.
Okay. I've heard people say that.
So, but you know, I'm on top, on the bottom.
Right.
Moral. Hey, it is. You know what I mean? If you got a good partner, then and that goes both ways. Some women know their men. You know what I'm saying? Right. And if you working him, it's you got different motions. He just ejaculating, but he got them, you know, them vibrations and shit after the fact, and you know, she is like, oh damn, right, and it didn't move, you know. So I don't know, what's a fake?
You have a fake.
Maybe just not really been there. Like,
so you just told your partner or whoever you was with, like, I just
never said nothing. Yeah, I mean, if it was a jump off, then it was kind of like, did he even really care? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes you think you got chemistry, then when you get to that point, it's like, this ain't it. Hurry up, bro.
You're just a good look.
Yeah.
I thought you would have been just awesome sauce.
Exactly. And then you find out, like, motherfucker. So, I wouldn't say I faked it, but just not into it or rushing and getting over it. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, y'all let us know.
What about you?
Out here faking it? I definitely have.
I was gonna say, don't go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna jump for myself. I definitely have. Many years ago. And it was just because I just was no longer into him.
Okay.
So
that was the only person you had ever done it with. Fake.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not who I'm with now. Like I said before, he's the real MVP. Shout out to you. You know who you are.
Hey.
You are the real MVP. Ain't no faking it. Okay. All right. When we bumping and grinding.
No, absolutely.
Okay, but many years ago, I just was no longer into him. When we first started off, I never did. I didn't fake it. But after being together after a while and no longer wanting to be with him, it was straight up faking it.
So
and it was just like,
hollering,
like
no reason.
Yeah, all of that. Like, let's just hurry this up, brother. Get up out the cooch. I did that. Yeah, I did that. I'm good. Yeah. Get up out the cooch.
Get out the cooch.
Yeah, get up out the cooch. So yes, I definitely faked it. But other than that, no, he was the only one, and I'm sorry, young man. But yes, he was the only one.
Is he watching? Is he watching?
He's gonna be watching, young man. I'm concerned about that.
I would say, oh man, sir, I did that, and I do apologize to you.
I apologize.
Do you really?
No.
Absolutely. Okay, I think so.
So yeah, we all have, whether we're tired, or just no longer into that person, or just can't, I'm sure we all have faked it. So yeah. Did that wake you up a little bit?
A little bit. No, I'm up.
Ready then.
Okay. What's next, honey?
What is next is, what is a reasonable cost for a first date? What is a reasonable cost for a first date? Y'all let us know too.
For me, I would say, of course, depending on where you're going, but I would probably say between $60-$75 per person.
Yeah,
$60 and $75 per person.
Right.
And I would just say, because if we speaking about, a little bit more expensive restaurants, I guess, something like that. But I would say 60 to 75. I feel like if you don't want to spend at least 100, 125, something like that, maybe we probably shouldn't be going on a date.
So you're saying $60, $70 just for yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's not even including.
That's not even including him.
Okay.
Yeah. And I say this for even women taking men out. This ain't just a men thing. Yeah.
Right.
If I call and ask dude out, I gotta expect, you know, that I'm gonna pay at least $150. That's my target.
Right, absolutely.
I expect that. If it's lower, hey, we good.
Absolutely.
I might take you out again.
Right.
You know, I mean, you know, so right. So definitely I would say about $150 for both.
Okay. All together.
Yeah.
And
that's not a good price.
yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's the choice of where you're going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Super fancy type restaurant for a first date, not so much for me. I would prefer something simple, basic, just in case we don't vibe. You know what I'm saying? Then he don't feel slighted, I don't feel slighted. You know what I'm saying? If I asked out, you know, on the first date, we ain't paying this $200, $300, $400. You know what I'm saying? For no first date.
Right.
I would be okay with a coffee shop or, you know what I'm saying, just a sports bar, you know, to meet and have a few drinks, just a chit chat, that get to know type phase.
Right.
But, you know, reasonably, even if it's not the first date, you know what I'm saying, several dates in, yeah, $150 total, you know, for both of us. Like you said, a couple of drinks and, you know what I'm saying, maybe an appetizer, but I'm not gonna never order anything where they said you got fuck inside of the menu.
Right.
I ain't ordering nothing I can't pay for.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
I ain't gonna never order nothing that I can't pay for. So
Right.
shit pop off, we get to arguing, pay your own shit. Okay, bet. I can afford to pay for whatever I ordered.
Right.
So even whether it's reasonable, I think that's fair. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going all out. You know what I mean? If he said, I've had a guy say, order what you want, just go for it.
Right.
Then okay, I'm still just me. I'm still
skeptical.
gonna be reasonable.
Yeah.
And not wild out. I'm not gonna order the goddamn tomahawk steak that's $5,000.
That's a big ass steak any damn way.
You know what I'm
She gonna be
saying?
like, this bitch is greedy.
Right. Well, she sucking dick ass.
Right. She about to tomahawk.
Yeah, she definitely doing some extra.
On this dick.
Definitely doing some
Right.
extra.
Okay. Tomahawk these nuts.
Oh,
That's what she's about to do. Okay. That's what's going on with
I
you.
cannot. Tomahawk these nuts.
Tomahawk these nuts.
Hey.
She's about to get to it tonight. That's what he's thinking. Like,
What
that's what she about to do on this dick. Yeah, baby, go on here and eat it up. That's what he's saying to you, honey.
Right.
But I agree with both of y'all. I agree with you both.
Yeah. Be able to hold your own.
Yeah.
And not always expect. You know what I mean? I think a lot of women are caught up on let the man pay. And, you know, I mean, I think we ought to celebrate our black men more, you know, than in, you know, not discounting any other race if you're married to, you know, some other, I have to speak for me. You know, to celebrate our men more. And loudly. Some people just celebrate their men and quiet, you know. You know, no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let them motherfucker know.
Right.
You know, out loud. Be intentional with celebrating him.
Right. And social media ain't out loud. That ain't what.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's just one way.
Right.
Yeah, one of many ways. But yeah, just not. It don't have social media. Don't have to be out loud.
Yeah.
First.
I think that's a show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your man look good. You send him a random message. You know. Baby, you look fine when you left out this morning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you
don't
kept coming back from pulling the trash
You don't
can.
have to put it on
You
social
walk.
media.
Right.
Stop that.
Yeah, you don't have to put it on social media.
Absolutely.
But there's nothing wrong with posting your mate on social media.
Absolutely.
As
long as it's your mate, you post it.
Okay, that part, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, y'all have to post it every move though.
Well, I was getting ready to add to it, but that could be another show.
What's that?
I was getting ready to add something, but I'm gonna keep it, so we can just talk about it at a later.
Posting someone else's mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure it's happened before. Yeah. But yeah, I get what y'all are saying. Totally. And I'm the same way. I mean, but I'm not gonna go and just settle. Taking me out, I'm finna order up.
Yeah.
As if I was taking myself out. I'm finna do it the same way I do when I'm out with y'all or just out by myself.
I mean,
Otherwise,
you
shouldn't be you should be out here dating.
That part. If you can't afford it, don't
you
go.
should not be out here dating.
Don't go.
And don't let us step up in a expensive restaurant. And I gotta be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna order the chicken breast. No.
You want
That's
the
the cheapest
shit. You
That's
want the whole half
chicken. That's the cheapest thing on the menu.
Chicken Caesar salad, please.
I'm about to order up. But
Is
first
there a
I
discount for no
asked,
pizza?
like, hey, you cool with this? Okay, because this is what I got in my mind. I'm looking at this right here. You cool with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I still know I got that debit card in my purse in case brother don't have it.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's that. Other than that, what else been going on in the news? I know everybody's this whole last weekend. It was Shador. It was like, damn.
Oh, that's
Deion
is that what
Sanders.
it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
See, I don't y'all know. I mean, I
Yeah,
like
I don't
football,
follow
but that
football.
part
I
I
just,
don't.
of course, couldn't help but pay attention to that.
Yeah, I ain't even
Yeah.
seen none of the draft.
Yeah, it was complete, utterly bullshit.
Yeah.
It really was.
Everybody
It was
all pits or
no,
just
just
that one specific.
that specific one. Yeah,
Okay.
how they did him and stuff. You know, it was more so a thing where it was one of them. Shut up, nigga, and just play football.
Yeah.
You know, you too arrogant. You too cocky. You need to be humble, and you know all that kind of mess. So
be thankful for what NASA is.
Right. It
is
was one of them
giving you.
kind of things.
Wow.
So they basically sending a message to Deion and Shador to let them know, hey, y'all ain't as important as y'all thought. You know, but at the end of the day, what I respect about their family whole situation, they played all of it on social media. You still saw them happy, even though they, you know, shitted on him and drafted him all late. You still saw that family having fun, happy, cracking jokes,
Right.
you know, playing with each other. Like they telling the daddy, like, "Hey, I can fire you at my age, and I ain't even got pictures."
And this
You know,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
So you know, you see the family like literally coming together, still kind of having fun, not kind of worried about a lot of the crazy stuff. So
they weren't able to break them. And
that's what the crime
was
is.
still right regardless. So,
right.
And is I was kind of in and out of sleep. Did I hear something about a prank phone call?
Yeah. So the Falcons.
This was him too.
Your people. It was the Falcons. The Falcons defensive coordinator. His son done called and played a prank, acting like he was drafting, acting like he was an agent. One of the people from the Saints organization, and playing the trick on like he was gonna draft them. So you know it got out, and they had to send out an apology. He called Shador and everything, and apologized, stuff like that. Yeah, you know he wasn't sorry. He just got caught.
Yeah,
he got caught. He's sorry he got caught. So you know, as soon as I found out, you know, my black ass was all over social media going at it with folks because I'm like, y'all keep talking about Shador needs to be humbled and he's entitled. Who gonna humble this little white boy and make sure that he's not just around here acting entitled? Y'all don't want to talk about that, but see, you saw all the Caucasian people online saying, "Oh, it was just a joke. Y'all taking this too serious." Now we all know if they had
anybody play with y'all like that
fifth round, it would have been a whole problem. Yeah. So you know, same shit though. You know, same shit, different day. At the end of the day, black folks ain't gonna never be, you know, what white people are in the eyes of, you know, these people. Right. And the sad part that pissed me off over the week wasn't even the white folks. Because I expect that from them. It was us that was saying the same thing. And it's like, are y'all serious?
No, they was very serious.
Y'all always want to humble a black man or a black woman. But don't none of y'all black asses say that about white folks. That's what I got a problem with.
I ain't never seen so many crabs.
That's why I didn't feel bad. I know you know sports more than the both of us, and I know you may not be a big fan of LeBron, but any black man or black family here, if you have a chance to make a power move for your kids, because I'm telling you, little white Adam don't be knowing shit about the company. but he'll come in the company being an executive and all kind of shit. Little Adam don't be knowing shit.
Yeah.
So when LeBron made that move for Bronny may not be good. Some people may say he's not good. Some people may say he is. But
if I did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, because if I'm telling you, my kids could suck. They might be good or bad. But if I got a chance to make a power move, I'm doing exactly what he did.
And I don't even think a lot of people was mad about that part.
It was
more from what I
saw.
He's
trash. He's this. He's that. I don't give a shit.
He ain't trash, but he definitely wouldn't have gotten drafted if his daddy wasn't named LeBron.
Yeah,
so that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But the only thing I had an issue with that part was, why are you telling other teams not to draft him? And if they do, they got to draft you as well. I mean, they got to bring you to their team too. That was my thing.
What they had a problem with Dion. It's like, so what? Didn't Peyton Manning's dad do something like that?
Well, what Dion
it was
Eli.
Shador not going. And
so what Dion was basically saying. See, the thing was, LeBron was on a thing of like, if y'all draft my son, understand you gonna have to get me because I want to be on the team. Now you can't make them get you, but you kind of scared other teams into actually drafting your son, because technically what you really wanted was to play with your son, and you had an organization that you're on draft him. Now, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Draft him, put him on the team.
Don't make nobody else.
But that was my thing with LeBron. And then second, even with the boy, he should be somewhere in the G League playing. I know y'all don't know about that, but that's the little league where you develop it.
Overseas.
It's here, but he should have been on the Lakers G League to where he's developing. But Bron made it to where this boy is on in the lineup of where he gets to come in the games and play. Now you got other players that's better than him that's still in the G League trying to get there. So now that was mine.
He did what the white folks been doing.
Yeah, now he did. He did do that.
So when us black people do it, it's like we will hate on each other.
Yeah. I just think,
so they said Dion kind of did the same thing.
Well, what Dion did, Dion basically was just like, it's certain teams I don't want my son to go to. I saw something like that. It was like his dad messed it up for him, and I'm like, oh my God. I don't think Dion should have said that though either. Dion should have kind of like just kind of sat back and let his son.
Didn't the white man say it?
So what the white man did, he did the same thing. Yeah. Now, granted, he did the same thing. But what I'm saying is, I don't recall, and I could be wrong. Yeah. I don't recall Archie coming out saying, hey, my son ain't going to X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I don't recall that. If I'm wrong, y'all tell me I'm wrong. I would really like to know that, because I ain't researched that part. So I don't, but I know he did. Yeah. The team that drafted his son, they were like, no, I'm not going there. Okay. Now, that's what I know they did. Okay. And that was wrong, because at the end of the day, you being a little privileged, child, that you gonna dictate where you get drafted. Right. You know how many guys just praying to get drafted to it don't matter what team. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And you out here trying to nitpick and choose where you go. So no, it is. It is. So the fact, I agree with you. So Dion them did the same thing. Yeah, but you're black. You can't. Honestly, you can't do it. Yeah, you can say it, but see, it backfired on his son. Yeah. Versus it didn't backfire on the white man's son. Yeah, it's just, so it was just sad, and then to see like he's so arrogant, he's this, he's that. But let a white boy be the same way. You can't be not black and full of yourself and confident and arrogant. You can't be that. Yeah, you got to be humble. Yeah, I got to with a lot of them. You can't be. But Muhammad Ali was cocky. He was that. Who was it? Mayweather, Kobe, like so many of them. They don't like no cocky, dark-skinned people. That's so sad. Can't be cocky. You hear me? We can't be cocky. We're supposed to shut up and be grateful that we're living on their earth. Yeah. You know, that's how they look at it. So, So it was we're gonna show y'all. Yeah, it definitely it was, but I can pretty much almost guarantee the Sanders family gonna get the last laugh on it. And I'm like, what he signed for, whatever he signed for, it was like that's probably his allowance. I mean, they say he ain't worried. Two Maybachs, the chain I saw with him on, I'm like, that costs more than what he was signing. He ain't worried about that money. That's the part of it that pisses you off. The boy literally playing the game for love.
Exactly.
He don't care nothing about that money. He already fucking
that's the difference.
Yeah, he's
that's
already
rich.
But other than those other guys, some of them were really happy because it's like, man, I need this.
Yeah,
but he's gonna be fine no matter what. He's in it because he just loves the game of ball.
That boy got drafted in the 5th round, and you think he got drafted in the 1st?
Yeah.
He was dancing.
Yeah.
He was so happy,
point
like a
was
little
just to
kid.
be
He
drafted.
ran and jumped in the pool. He was just happy.
Yeah.
And they were mad that he was happy. Like, they were literally on his page. Why are you happy about being drafted this late? Are y'all stupid?
Because I got drafted.
Yeah.
Right. So
you won't break my soul, like Beyonce said.
Right, exactly.
You know. But hey, that's why y'all Falcons ain't gonna win shit. Season coming up, y'all ain't gonna win shit.
Look at her.
Doing shit like that. That's why.
Look at your
Y'all been cursed since day one. Y'all been cursed, and I see why. I see her looking at me. And yeah, ain't no fucking rise up. Ain't no rising up. Yeah.
So
and they finally did good in the draft. They finally had a good draft.
They ain't gonna do nothing now.
And then now this happened.
Yeah. You never win playing dirty, baby.
And I rebuke it. I rebuke.
I wanted
you can rebuke it all you want, but God don't like ugly face. And that was totally
penalized. They just penalized his ass, not the whole team.
If he was black, the whole team would have been penalized.
We're gonna see. There's some dirty birds for real.
There's some dirty
birds for real, man.
Dirty, stinking birds.
Them birds is dirty. There's some dirty birds.
Oh, stinking birds.
But anyway, I wanted to ask y'all about that before we jump into this last one. Our last one is, why do family members cause drama when a loved one passes away? Why can't we all just love on one another? Why do we fall out? You know, we already sad and mad and hurt and, all of that. So why it gotta be drama?
I think I'm gonna sit this one out because, honey, my family a whole hot ass mess, and we just went through this. So
Okay.
I ain't gonna sit it out. I'm gonna just let y'all go. I'm gonna let y'all go first.
So we don't even. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
Always some
It's always. I won't say it's always us. Let me stop. Because it's not.
Yeah, because other folks do.
Because it's not.
It's always money.
It's always the money.
Definitely that.
Always. And then it's like, I know some people where that person who passed could have been sick or was sick. And people hadn't been there the whole time or come around every now and then. But when that person passes, they're ready to have front and center, have their hands out. The gimme. But where was you at when our loved one was here? Yeah, absolutely. So
yeah, I completely agree. I think it's also possibly a power trip. Okay. Maybe that individual who passed is or was the matriarch, of the family, or what I'm saying, one of the oldest siblings, if it was grandparents, something like that. So everybody kind of looked for them to, guide and delegate. So now you got the next person who would be the next in line to be in that so-called position.
Right.
So now they on this power trip. Oh, well, I'm the next oldest. I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't got nothing, or you ain't been here. You know what I'm saying? This policy ain't in your damn name. Yeah. So sit back and, you know what I'm saying, wait, or whatever the issue might be. I don't understand why it always has to be a fight. The individual is gone. What are we fighting for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think we had a conversation about, your situation. You know what I mean? And it's kicking a family member while they're down.
Right. Yeah. That was the situation with in my family. The situation. My cousin passed away. My cousin, I talked to him earlier this week, and so that's why we started to do and we started this past Sunday where we do we getting back together and having dinner on Sundays and stuff like that. So we'll definitely be doing that again this Sunday. yeah, so I mean, he getting there, you know. He just be like, sometimes when I call and check on him, he just be like, man, cousin, I had a day yesterday, you know, I had a time, you know. So yeah, I mean, it's still fresh. I think funeral was maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, so you know, it's still kind of fresh for him. But yeah, you know, I'm Father's Day gonna be coming up, and you know, I know that's gonna hit him pretty good. But yeah, so he doing as you can really kind of expect, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so you know, when my cousin passed away, you know, it was certain stuff that was going on with like the policy that, you know, everything wasn't up to par just at that moment, but they still needed to bury him. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, they worked it out and still had the funeral. But you know how some people might kind of ask like, hey, can you give a little something or whatever, help out and stuff like that.
You gotta do that with your family.
Right. And he sent that out, you know, to the family. And we had 2 cousins coming back being extra ignorant. I'm just gonna say what it is. Ignorant, you know, coming back, asking questions, snapping. What going on? Why is this happening? Y'all ain't did shit. Y'all ain't this. Y'all ain't that.
Oh, wow.
And you know, stuff like that. And how y'all talking to this guy that literally just lost his daddy yesterday? You know, this is like, it ain't even been 48 hours damn near. And y'all talking to him like that in group chat.
Right.
So, you know, y'all know me, and y'all know me. So I picked up the phone and I called him first just to say, hey, because I didn't know who numbers it was.
Right.
So I said, hey, cuz, who is that? And he told me who it was. I called both of them. They didn't answer the phone. It was nothing but God that they didn't answer the phone because it was going to be a whole probably tussle once we saw each other.
Absolutely. On site.
Yeah, because it was just so disrespectful. I couldn't. And what bothered me the most, these are cousins that have lost parents. So y'all know how that shit feels.
Exactly.
But that was how y'all came at him. And then when he decides to tell y'all not welcome at the funeral, you mad. What are you mad for?
Yeah.
What are you mad for?
I'm trying to save your ass.
Yeah.
You really thought it was gonna be a good situation that you like. The people in the group text saw what y'all said. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit just rude. And I ain't saying it like I'm just some Billy badass and I'm just gonna go whoop everybody's ass. But my first comment to both of them were gonna be, y'all remember when y'all lost y'all mama? How was y'all feeling the next day or 2 days later for somebody to send a message to y'all like that? How would y'all have felt? Because, see, I know y'all tricks. Y'all would have been pissed. Y'all would have been ready to fight. But you dished that same behavior to him? Oh, I was hot. But I was going to be respectful at first. My first question was going to ask him that. But I know them, so I already don't have the best relationship with either one of them anyway. So it wasn't going to be great. But this is my little cousin that, like I told y'all before, he was my Malik before Malik. That was my baby. You know, so now he just my grown ass baby, you know. But yeah, I took that very personal, because I'm like, y'all know what that felt like,
Well, yeah.
I don't understand. A lot of this shit just stumps the hell out of me. And you sometimes you have to laugh to keep from crying or crashing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because number one, how dare you?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, to kick or stomp on your family member at such a time.
Right.
We're not saying you can't voice your opinion.
Yeah.
But choose wisely when you do it. Don't wait 48 hours. You know what I'm saying? He probably ain't been embalmed yet, and y'all talking shit.
Right. Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
But this is why so many families are divided, and it's you know, I mean, it's better or safer just to stay away.
Right. So I'm gonna tell you what it made me realize, just literally seeing how that happened. and how, certain people were feeling like they should be at the funeral when they probably should. What it did for me is I literally started writing. I'm gonna write my own funeral. I'm writing it out. I'm put on there and put certain people, XYZ. Hey, y'all better not let them step a foot in the building.
Go and get your security for the door.
That's gonna be it. XYZ are the only ones that can talk over my body.
Yeah.
Don't y'all dare. Oh, I can have a little section in there to my friends. Y'all better not let bitches in there say anything that y'all know I don't even like. I ain't got no problem with. I mean, I got a problem with. Men too. Yeah. I'm talking about like for real. Like, I'm gonna make sure like I ain't gonna have that kind of drama at my funeral. I'm saying that like I'm gonna have to stop it, but my point is, I'm gonna put the shit in writing.
All of a sudden, we be like,
oh shit, it's raising up.
The casket just open.
That's all it done made me do, because I'm really like that changed my whole perspective of it. I had never seen no shit like that happen. Yeah, the worst I had been through with a funeral is when I remember when my mom died. A couple of her sisters came over there and just thought, oh, well, we're going to get some of her jewelry and some of her clothes. Like, y'all better get the hell out of here. Right. Y'all ain't getting nothing. Well, that's our sister. That's my mama.
Yeah. Right. And we got first rank. Siblings have zero rank.
Right. So that was really kind of like the only drama I really had seen or experienced with that. And then, this happened. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah. Y'all ain't half my family ain't invited to the funeral. I'm sorry. Half of them ain't invited to my funeral. Don't y'all ain't come at like y'all like me, because we already know I don't like y'all and y'all don't like me. Yeah, don't be faking crying over my body.
Ma'am. Crying, hearing all.
No. Y'all gonna be in there like
right. Look, y'all need to open the casket.
Right. We're like,
y'all gonna go back and look a second time before they close the casket and be like, look at that bitch mouth.
Like, dog.
Then I'm gonna stick my tongue out.
Oh my God.
Okay,
I'm gonna walk up to your casket like, dog, you ain't gonna believe it.
Oh, really? And then I'm gonna kick the shit.
We're gonna handle it.
Oh, okay. As long as you gonna handle it.
We gonna be the ones that don't get like, bitch, get up in 10 minutes and just look to the left side on the back row.
Get up in 10 minutes.
Get up in 10 minutes. You about to clear the room out, baby.
Soon as you hear the preacher say, y'all let it.
You said you got a list.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to make me a whole list. I told my dad here.
Gonna have security for the door, because it's gonna be a tussle at the door. They gonna be tussling,
or they might know. Like, I mean, they might feel the same way. They might be like,
watch episode 17 if you see this happening.
I'll send some flowers or something. I mean, I know she wouldn't want me there. I don't want to be there, Hopefully they'll feel the same way.
Yeah, hopefully they do feel the same way.
Yeah, you just gotta give us the names and shit. We'll make sure y'all ain't in there.
It's gonna be rolled up. It's gonna be rolled.
Yeah.
It's gonna be rolled
Make
down.
sure y'all ain't up in there.
Yeah, y'all got a few people on my mama list. She a nerd today, no?
Your mama got a list too?
And shit, she started removing my purse. My brother was first.
Oh,
Lord.
I'm just saying. Family don't fuck with family.
Brother ain't coming. It's sad. Y'all let us know. Have y'all dealt with the same thing? Yeah, sad situation. It is. But other than that, I hope everybody is doing well. Have a great weekend, all of that good stuff. I'm sure we're gonna have a good weekend. Yes.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo is coming up. It sure is.
Drinks.
Oh, I gotta take out work Tuesday.
The black folks. Oh, I'm already off Tuesday.
Yeah, I work from home on Tuesday.
I do too.
Already off. So we will be hitting the streets. So y'all step out in these streets and catch Sistas with tea. Oh, she up now.
look, we got to have this same energy for Juneteenth coming up.
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Let's go out and have margaritas.
I can remember the last time I went out and celebrated.
I think we need to do a big cookout on Juneteenth. I don't think we need to go out. That should be something.
Yeah.
At the crib, you know.
Yeah, that'd be good. Which I'll wear dashikis and shit.
No, I ain't doing that.
Okay.
I wear all the colors. Now I wear the black, green, red, yellow.
I'm gonna go to a little African store and shit.
No,
Is
she
the
ain't.
shirt
Is
and booty
the
line,
discount
y'all?
She
Discount
lying.
still open? It is.
I'm gonna turn this to like a
I
little
know,
mini dress.
got me.
I thought they raided them and they couldn't open that.
Oh,
Keep
okay,
raising
well
them
then.
and keep open.
Okay, well I'm gonna find out. Y'all know any African stores? Put it in the comments. I'm gonna turn it into a mini dress.
It's one at Greenbrier Flea Market.
Greenbrier still open?
Greenbrier Flea Market.
Oh.
You know.
Who said Greenbrier? Yeah, Greenbrier open.
Yeah,
the
the mall,
that
man.
mall was so empty. So many stores was closed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
I ain't been in there
That
a
was a
long
time.
time.
Remember when we used to go downstairs to the movie theater?
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun time.
It was so
Yeah.
easy to meet boys back then.
Yes,
too,
it
remember?
was.
You went home by 5 phone
I'm
numbers.
telling you, now these boys.
You had to start writing down what they look like on the paper.
Yeah.
So you remember which one it was.
Now you can save it in the phone. Do not answer.
Right.
Yeah, we used to do that. Do not answer. I had a whole bunch of do not answers. Oh my goodness. But yeah, the boys it was so easy meeting you guys. What happened to y'all?
No.
y'all?
Some of them we don't want to know. Let them stay where they
I
are.
mean, they say dating sucks now out here.
Oh,
Hey.
child, that's all show.
Dating absolutely hard.
Dating is a hot.
The men say we make it hard. We're the ones making it hard.
I think both.
Yeah.
I think both. I think everybody just make dating. I think everybody just not healed.
Yeah.
It's a lot of unhealed people that want to be in another relationship that they ain't healed from.
Yeah.
From the previous one, I'm saying. But yeah, it's a lot of unhealed people.
I
A lot of
agree.
people need to do therapy.
I agree. Fully.
Yeah.
Speaking of therapy, go back and check out episode 16. We had Beasley on here who spoke about mental health and therapy and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I
Absolutely.
totally agree.
That was a great show. I had a lot of comments about that show.
Yeah.
People enjoyed that. Yeah.
So did you enjoy Sinners before we wrap this on up? I still have
Yes.
got to get out there.
It was good. I liked it. You gotta pay attention and watch, but it was good. Stay past the credits. Don't hop up and
I keep hearing
I never
everybody
really do that
say that.
anyway.
Yeah,
I
sit there
always
anyway.
wait till the lights come on before I leave.
Yeah. I wait till everybody leave.
Yeah, but like half of the theater got walked out. I was like, well, shit. So I'd be mad because I'd be blocking my view. I'd be still trying to see, but the movie, I think it was probably another 5 minutes or so.
Did y'all go to the bar at Southford?
No, it was. We went. We called a matinee because we couldn't get in Saturday evening. Everything was like booked, so we called a matinee Sunday morning. So we had coffee instead of mimosas. I was there. I thought about it, but
Yeah, I'm gonna get there and check it out.
yeah, it was good. Though.
Check it out and
I will see it again.
Yeah, okay. Cool. When you said you hadn't seen it.
I'm waiting till it come out on my Netflix or something.
Yeah, I do.
It'll be out
Well,
soon.
not Netflix. Oh, maybe your Western, but Netflix. It might be a little minute for Netflix.
It'll
It's
come
still
out on
going strong.
something, though.
Yeah, it's come out. It'll come out on my web app. It might be on there tomorrow or something like that. But some movies I will step out to go see. I want to actually see it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna step out and go see it.
I might.
It'd be
I like
a good
some
little dinner and a
Bitcoin.
movie.
It's
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm. But all right, guys, we are done with episode 17.
Yes,
We will return again soon for episode 18. We got something special coming up too, you guys. We got a whole Battle of the Sexes that will be on May 23rd. So stick with us. We got Battle of the Sexes. We got some hot men coming. Some hot men, sexy men. We got some flavor coming for you.
They are, lady.
Yeah,
They are.
They coming to give their take on, on a little something. But yeah, that's May 23rd. But in the meantime, in between time, everybody have a good weekend.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all.